Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's Fitness Yoga. Please make sure that you've got enough room around you and that you're fit and well to do this class. If you've got any high blood pressure, diabetes or joint problems, maybe not this class, or adjust it if you know how to. Maybe just watch and see what you can do. If you're doing it and at any time you feel ill, you get hot really quickly, then please stop. If you do something and it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't, so don't do it. Take your time with everything. I'll do as slow as I can and I'll show you. You may want a cushion or a band or block somewhere close by, just in case you need it. Not that you may, but just in case. You've always got it there, you know it's there if you need it. So we're going to start off on the floor. So we're going to start off by lying down. But before we do that, I'm going to get you to think about your heartbeat. Now, you can find your heartbeat. If you use your 2 fingers, never use your thumb. It's got its own heartbeat, its own pulse. You follow it down from the thumb into like a groove in the hand at the top of the wrist. Some people may have to kind of push a bit far because it's quite deep. And if you can't find it here, there's also, if you take the bone behind your ear, follow it along with the jawline into, again, a little nape of the neck. Push it in there. Again, you may hopefully feel the heartbeat around there as well. So either here or here. And what I want you to do is when you get you lying down, I want you to find your heartbeat and listen to the heartbeat. How it's beating, how it feels. Every time that heartbeat goes, poof, that you know that blood is being pumped all around the body, and see if you can follow that beat all the way through the body. Don't worry if you can't, but just so that you know your own heartbeat. So let's lie ourselves down. Either have your legs straight out into corpse pose, or you can bend the knees and bring the knees together, making sure the back's nice and flat. So finding your heartbeat wherever it is. Have a count of it. Think about how much you're beating. So I'm going to tell you when to start, and I want you to count your heartbeats, and I'll tell you when to stop. So now. And stop. So remember that number. Try and keep that number that you've just counted to in your head. We'll do this again at the end and see if that number has changed. So if you want, you could always write it down somewhere, or just try and keep it in line. So again, keeping that finger, feeling that heartbeat. Listening and asking your heartbeat to see if you can slow down. And ask it to speed up if you want. Making sure that everything's going nice and rhythmic. And then we're going to take our hands by our side. We're going to stay here. We're going to do our neck stretches. So from here, we're going to tuck the chin right down into the chest, keeping the head on the floor. Hold it here. Now if you can remember your beat, imagine feeling that beat. And then bring the head back to centre. So we're rolling the head all the way back as far as it can go, without compromising, without lifting that shoulder or lifting that spine off the floor, just the head. And again, rolling the chin back down. So we're going to turn and look over the shoulder, bringing the ear towards the floor. Now we're doing these for 3 breaths. And then back to centre and over the other side. And bring the head back to centre. So keeping the chin tucked in, we're bringing the ear towards the shoulder. Nose pointing up in the air, not the chin. Chin tucked down. And to centre. And to the other side. Chin tucked in. And then back to centre. So we're going to take it into a diagonal leg stretch. We're taking our arms out, placing them in line with the shoulders on the floor, palms flat down. If we straighten out one leg, so if we straighten out our left leg, we're going to bring our right leg up, grab hold of it with our left hand, bring it across the body, but keep the shoulder, the right shoulder flat on the floor. Turn and have a look down. Oh, I guess our storm's brewing. So we're holding it here for 3 breaths, feeling that stretch through that lower back and through the waist. And then bring it back to centre. And let's change sides. So bring in the knee up, grab hold, bring the body across, the leg across the body, and turn, look in the opposite direction. Now if the turning doesn't work for you, just keep looking up in the air. And bringing it back. That's change side. That's someone's letting off fireworks. And back to centre. And let's go to the other side. back in. Bring it down. So keeping the knees bent, we're going to roll over onto our side and bringing our top hand down. Keeping the knees together and making sure that they stack, knees on top of each other, hips on top of each other, head down. Now you can always put a pillow or a block underneath if you find that your head hurts too much down there. We're going to use the top hand, we're going to imagine we've got chalk in it, and we're going to draw a circle. So we're reaching forward and we're rolling the hand up. It's going around the body. We're following it with our eyes all the way around. Bringing it back to centre. So let's do 2 more. Breathing in, keeping them knees together. If the hand has to lift off the floor, it lifts off the floor. Don't force it down. Bring it all the way around. Let's do 1 more. And with this, you'll feel the stretch through the chest and through the waist and the upper back. And we're bringing it back round. So we're going to turn over. So I'm going to turn the opposite way so you can see from a different angle. So again, the hips are in line, the knees are in line, the head's down. We take the hand a little bit further away, we bring it up, we bring it all the way around the body. If it has to lift off the floor, it lifts off the floor. We bring it in a circle, back. 2 more, breathing in. Breathing out when you need to. And bring it to centre. Roll yourself onto your back. Keep them knees bent. So we're going to work that spine, bringing it into pelvic lift. So from here, you'll find that normally when you sit down, you'll get a kind of a little arch under your back. We're going to push down. So we're breathing out, we're tilting our pelvis back. So you'll feel the same thing we do when we're standing up, we're going up and down. So we're tilting it back. We're tilting the pelvis, the tailbone up in the air. Then we're going to breathe out and we're going to take it all the way to the tailbone so that we make that arch really big, but the shoulders are on the floor. But we're going to turn our palms over so and pull our shoulders underneath as well. So again, we're breathing out and we're pushing down, tilting that pelvis up, but thinking about what's happening with my jaw, my chin and my upper neck as we're doing this movement. What's happening there? We're not moving it, but as we're moving our lower part, what's happening with our upper part of our spine? If it wants to move, let it move. Don't hold it. So we're just going backwards and forwards. We're flattening and stretching the curves of the spine. Which breath works better in which direction? What feels natural? And then we're going to bring the knees up to the chest and bring them back down. So let's roll onto our belly and we're going to take it up into cobra and out and then back down. So cobra, we're keeping our pelvis on the floor. We're rolling our hands underneath our shoulders. Our elbows aren't on the floor, they're lifted. but they're in line with our body. They're not sticking out to the side. We're going to roll the shoulders back, pull them in. We're going to breathe in and lift, and breathe out, bring it down. Keep them shoulders down, breathe in and breathe out. Let's do 2 more. And from here, we're lifting the bum, we're rolling back to child. And bring ourselves up and onto our bum. So we'll take it into cow face. We'll do it slowly because we're going to do it twice. Bring the right leg on the top and bring it over. Leave that bottom leg out for now. In fact, we'll leave it out because I'm going to go forward on it. I'll do it sideways. Now, if you need to, you might want a band for this. Or if you've got a long hair and a ponytail, you can use that as well. So imagine I've got a band in my hand. You're using it in the top and you're going thumbs down. The bottom one is coming thumbs up. And then the bottom one's thumbs down. If you've got a rope, you can grab hold of the rope here. Or you can grab the hands. Lift the elbow up, look back, push the chest forward. Pull the toes back towards you. And then undo the hands and take the leg off. So let's try the other side. Take the foot over, pull it in. Now if it's the leg over the, whichever leg's over the top, it's the opposite hand. I should have done that earlier, sorry about that. Did the wrong way around. The leg that's from the top, opposite hand goes behind. Bring the hand down. Flex the foot. Look up, breathe in. And undo the hands, take the foot out. Let's try the other side. So, bringing the foot across, pull the leg in. Whichever leg's on top, it's the other hand that's going up. The other one's going down. Went in my hair this time. Lift the arm, look up. So we're going to breathe out and we're going to lean forward, trying to get our chin over the top of our knee. And we'll feel that stretch through the back of the arm a bit more, but also the back of the leg. Keep pulling them toes on that straight leg back. And then bring it back up. Undo the hands. Undo the leg. Let's try the other side. So pulling the leg out, pulling it right in. Opposite one goes up. Other one goes down. Lift it back. Pull the toes of that straight leg back. Lift the arms up. Hold it here for a few breaths. And then breathing out, reaching forward. And bringing it back up. Undo the hands, undo the leg. Bend the knees up. Take them out bring the soles of the feet together. Grab hold of the soles of the feet, or hold them for there, and then try and push your bum in a little bit closer. Now if you let go, you're about to drop back. Hold yourself here while you then bring your hands towards the feet. Keep the back nice and straight. Bounce them knees. So we're going to go forward. So pushing the knees down, bend the elbows, bring the chin over the top. So you're not curling it, keeping the shoulders down, lean forward. And let's bounce them knees one more time. Bringing ourselves back, sorry. And then push them down. Breathe out. Lean the chin forward. And bring it back. Bring them feet together, the knees together, sorry. Bring yourself round and up onto your knees. So we're going to take it into gate pose. Lift the foot up, turn it out. From here you're going to lift up and reach over to the side. And bringing it up, take it over, bring the hand down. Again, if you need a block, you can always put a block down. Bring that other hand over by the head, push the toes to the floor. Feel the stretch through the other side of the body. And then let's bring it back up. Lift the toe. Bring it in. Let's try the other side. So lifting it up, turn the toes, place them flat down. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, reach over. Making sure the arm comes behind the head. And then we're lifting up. And we're reaching over. And lifting up. So let's try one more on each side. I absolutely love this one. Really feel that stretch right through the hip and the waist. One of my faves. Beautiful stretch right through the whole side of the body. So from here, we're going to drop the hand, turn round, lift to down dog. Just walk it out in down dog. One foot at a time, pushing down. And then we're going to step in and lift up. Let's bring our hands down to pray. Bring ourselves into our mountain. What do you want? If you can feel your heartbeat, you can always put your hand on the neck again or on the wrist. How's the heart feel now? So let's bring it up. Breathing in. And out. And 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 in. One more. Lovely. So, I'm going to turn that light on a sec. A bit more light in here. What am I doing? Tabletop. So, we're taking it into wide leg tabletop. Now with this, you're trying to keep your back as straight as possible. I'm going to go sideways so it makes it easier for you to see. Taking your legs slightly wider than your hips, having the toes pointing forward. You're holding onto the waist, tilting the pelvic forward, pulling that stomach. Now what tends to happen is that the knees want to bend, the back wants to come round because it doesn't like being straight, it wants to be back in chair position. So what we can do is we can bend the knees as much as we want, but we're going to pull our shoulders back. Tuck our chin in, so that if we want to look, we look to the side, so that we keep the neck nice and long. We don't want to lift the neck up because it'll push the bum down. So you want to keep the back nice and straight. I'm bringing my hands out just so you can see my back. And we can turn the head to the side if you want, but you want to keep it straight, looking down to the floor. So you want to keep that straightness, and you could try maybe one foot and then one leg, just trying to give each side, but trying to keep this part of your spine and this part of your spine in the same place. Even as you do that, you start to feel the shoulders come round, then drop the knee again, pull everything back down. So we're going to stand ourselves back up. Now you can stay there keeping the arms down, or you can take it and make it a little bit harder by taking the arms out in line with the head, hands facing each other, but this will put a lot more strain on the back. So if your knees are bent, don't put any extra work, keep your hands down and by your thing. If you've got nice straight legs and you want to make it work a bit harder, take them arms out. If the same thing happens, as you bring the arms out, the shoulders are curly, the back starts to curl, the knees want to bend, bring them back in, keep the straightness, but take the arms out. So see how you're feeling. So here we go. We're having the legs forward, we're pulling the stomach in, we're going forward, tucking the chin in, making that neck nice and long. If we want to, we take the arms out, palms facing. We imagine that I'm standing there, pulling your hands in one direction and making you pull your bum backwards, so that you feel the weight fall into the heels of the feet. And then we're going to bend the knees and we're lifting ourselves back up. We're bringing them feet back in, giving our legs a little shake. So we're taking it down into gorilla, and we're trying to get our fingers underneath our toes and push down. So again, we're going to take the knees into a bend, and we're going to try and place our belly onto our lap and our fingers onto the floor. So again, this here is our relax. So anytime you want to come out, you bring your fingers to this position, you bring your knees to this position, you let your head look forward or look to the floor, whatever feels easier for you. Now, like I said, this is an upside down, so make sure that you've had no problems with high blood pressure or nosebleeds, anything like that, no infection of the eyes because you're upside down. So from here, you're bringing your fingers underneath your toes and trying to push down with your toes. So it's the knuckle of your hand going down. From there, you're going to try and straighten both legs, drop the head, breathe out, bend the elbows out to the side, pull the body in. I'll do it from the front. So when you're going down, you're pulling so the elbows bend out to the side, the shoulders come down, but it pulls you in. Now if you can't get both legs straight, you can again do one leg, then the other leg. So we're going to bend the knees, we're going to undo the fingers, we're going to lift their head slightly. So we're relaxing. We're going to go again. Now, you can take it, if we took it just to the tips of your fingers, you can take it to the knuckle, you can take it to the knuckle of here, you can take it all the way down to the wrist. It's up to you. So I'm going to take my hand under, and you're using the finger at the toes to push down. So from here, straighten the legs, bend the elbows out, breathe out. And again, bend the knees, undo, let the hands come out, look forward, shoulders back. And then bringing yourself back up. We're going into a forward bend, so we're going to take it forward a little bit and into a standing splits. So, we're again bending forward, bringing our hands down. Now we're going to take our hands and place them around, more to the side of our right foot. Fingers on the floor or fingers onto a block if you need to. From there you're going to move the weight onto that right foot and the weight onto the fingers or the hands if they're flat, whatever it is. You're then going to lift the left foot off the floor. Let your head look towards your knee. Try and kick that leg straight up in the air. And then pull it in, bring it down, bend the knees, look forward. Same relax as we did earlier. So let's bring the other foot. So moving the hands so that they're more by the side of the left foot. Bring the weight onto the fingers and the left foot. Lift the toe. Now if you don't feel right in this position, you don't need to go any further. Look to the knee, kick the leg up in the air. And we're going to pull it in and step it down. Bend the knee, look forward, let's lift. You know, we've got to do it one more time. Bend the knees. Bring the weight to the right. Lift the foot. Straighten and lift. If you want, you can grab hold of that leg, give it a pull in. Bring it in, bring the weight, move the hands, lift the leg, kick it up, pull in if you want. Bring the leg in, take it down, look forward, lift up. And bring the hands down. Lovely. So we're going to bring ourselves onto the floor. From here we're curling down. Bringing ourselves down. Lunge. So let's bring ourselves onto our board. We're going to bring ourselves into a seated figure of four. We're bringing our legs straight, taking our hands behind, flexing our foot and bringing our foot straight up. Then if we can, we bring that straight foot in a bit more. And if we can, we bring our bum in a little bit more. Trying to keep ourselves straight, we're pushing our chest towards our thigh. And then we can relax the leg. Take that foot off. Let's try the other side. So bringing it up, placing it on top. Bringing the foot in. See if we can move the body in a little bit more. Keep the shoulders back. Push the chest forward. Flex the foot. Push the knee away. Feel that stretch through the thighs. let's relax. One more time each side. Flex the foot, bring it in, push the body in. I'll turn to a different direction in a second. And let's do the other side. Lifting it up, bring the foot in, move the body in, flex the foot, push. And relax. Lovely. Let's bring ourselves onto our hands and knees. Am I doing it right? Yes. Let's remember what I'm doing. Bring your foot forward so it's between your hands and you're going to push down. Now, with this, we want to make sure that that knee is not going over the foot so that the heel's lifting. We want to make sure that it's far enough ahead. We're going to bring ourselves up and push. Now this back leg, we're going to lift the knee up and see if we can grab hold of the foot, and we're pulling the heel towards the bum at the same time as pushing forward. It's kind of a marriage proposal. And you'll feel that stretch right at the front of the knee. And let's bring it down, and we'll try the other side. So bringing the foot through, leaning forward, bringing yourself up, bend the knee, reach back. Now if you can't grab it, don't worry, or you can always put a band on it as well if you want to. If you need to put something under the knee, put something under the knee if you find that it's too painful. And let's change one last time. Falling over, not concentrating there. Thinking about the next move. And let's change side, last one. Bring it down, take the toes back, let's push into down dog, and it'll just give the backs of them legs and your back muscles a little stretch. And we're bringing it down. Now you may want to do this single or double. We're going to take it into camel, so it can be up on your toes. You can put a block each side. You can do single. I'm going to do double, but you can always, like I said, you can do single. We're doing it twice. So we're lifting the arms up, we're taking the hand down, we're bringing the hand down to the other side, we're pushing our chest forward, pulling our shoulders back, breathing into our chest. and then lifting yourself back up. Now let's go again. Or do single. If you're doing single, you're going to do the other side this time. Breathing in. The last when we come out of this, we're going to drop down into child. And then we're dropping down, pushing the hands forward, let the elbows drop, let the head drop into child. And bring it back up. So we're going to take it into pigeon and we'll work through that slowly. If you have, or you might need a pillow or a block. Depending on if you need to lift yourself up on one side. Again, you might not. You might be able to do it without it. So, we're lifting ourselves into down dog. Stretching back our legs. We're going to lift our right leg up and pull the knee into the chest, bring it through the arms, at the hands, bringing that back leg back. Now from here, we're lifting ourselves up. We're going to imagine that we're squeezing our knees towards each other. So you're squeezing the knees together, squeezing the knees together, squeezing the knees together, and relax. We're going to do that again. We're going to squeeze the knees together, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the knees together, and relax. Now you may find as you're doing that, you might find it just releases off. So we're going to do one more. Up on our fingers, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the knees together, and relax. Now see if you can, from here, tuck your toes, and you're going back to down dog. So do the same thing with the other leg. Bringing it up, pulling it in through the hands, taking that leg back. So now the knees, make sure the knees on the floor, it's not rolled over onto the side. So squeeze the legs together, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the knees together, relax. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the knees, squeeze the knees, relax. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the knees, squeeze the knees, and relax. So again, we're going back to down dog. So we're going to come forward again, but we're going to see if we can move that leg a bit more. We might need our pillow or cushion now. So, we're bringing the leg up, we're flexing the foot, and we're trying to get it down. Now, if you find that you're rolling, so as you brought your leg through, if you find that you've rolled over onto your side, you might find sticking the block underneath, or to make it even more so, bring this under and put the whole body up on the thing. And you may want to pad a little bit more on the other side. But holding yourself here. Now from here, you're going to bring your right hand just in front of your right knee, and you're going to bring your left hand round towards your left leg, and you're going to use the two hands to have a look over your left shoulder. And then we're going to bring it back to centre. Now we're going to try and turn the other way. So we're going to bring the right hand, the left hand, over to the right leg, either in front onto it, wherever it wants to go. The other hand comes round, And we're seeing if we can reach it round towards our leg. If we can't, we just bring it to the floor by our bum. Bring ourselves back to centre. Tuck that toe at the back. Let's lift back to down dog. So bringing that leg in again, lifting it up. Bring it in. Adjust where needs to be adjusted. I'm going to use just the block this time, if I can grab hold of it. Before I spill water everywhere. Will not be happy. So, we're bringing ourselves underneath. We're going to turn. So bringing our hand in the front of our leg, reaching round to the back. Have a look down the back. Then we're bringing ourselves back to the centre, keeping stretching up. Let's take it the other way. And bring it back. Tuck the toes. Let's push back to down dog. So as you see, I'm taking it very slowly with this. This is working on the hips, the knees, everywhere. So we want to take it nice and slow. We're going to try and take it into mermaid, or slightly. So we're bringing that right leg in. Letting ourselves come down. We're bending the knees. Remember, if you need to, you can always put something underneath. Grab hold, pull the leg in. See if you can lift. You might want to bring that knee in a little bit closer. Lift the arm up. If you can't, you're having problems like me today. I'm dripping over. Like I said, if you need to, I'm going to stick that under my bum to make it easier for me to lift up. And then we're going to pull out, back onto down dog. Let's lift the left leg, pull it in. Again, if you need to, slip something under your bum, lift the leg, reach back, grab hold, lift the arm. Yeah. Taking my eye off the ball again. And then we're going to push back out. Bring yourself back down. And lift us out. All the way back up. Let's bring ourselves down onto our bottom. This week we're we're doing about throat chakras, and our throat chakra deals with our communication, with truth telling. It's a way that we express ourselves. and it can be about self-expression, about truth, about communication. So with this, the nicest one for here is hummingbird. So that's what we're going to do. We'll find ourselves in a nice position that's easy to sit in. It doesn't have to be cross legs, it can be straight legs. If you wanted, you could try working on lotus, so half lotus or full lotus if you feel you can get into it. So from here, we're going to make a humming sound as we breathe out. Breathing in. I'm going to get you to take 3 breaths in and out.